Hey everyone, Jason here. Today I'm back with an update for my LEGO printing project. If this is your first time seeing this machine, you can find the previous videos on my channel. I'll add links in the description or in the hypercards. Over the last couple of weeks, I managed to get the scanning aspect of it all sorted out, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. So, as you saw at the beginning of the video, the way the scanning works is that the printer arm goes and picks up the color sensor from this storage area back here, scans the entire image, puts the color sensor back, and then prints the mosaic. I'm just going to pull this out of here to show you exactly how that works. If I look at this model of the printing arm I have here, you can see that I've added these two Technic axle pins on either side of it. And that way, to pick up the color sensor, I can just move the printer arm underneath, lift it up, and then pull the color sensor out, go do my scanning, then put the color sensor back in, lower the printer arm, and then it's free to print as normal. You may have also noticed that there's a hood on the front of the color sensor, and the reason for that is that by default, the color sensor actually scans quite a large area. It only really works effectively with large swatches of color like these over here. So in order to accurately scan one particular square on my source image, I really needed to isolate that square. And that's what this hood does. As you can see, it blocks out the surrounding squares so that the color sensor only sees the color of the square of interest. The other thing I wanted to talk about with respect to scanning is how the color matching works. If you look at the source image compared to the print image, you can see that the colors aren't quite exactly the same. And what I decided to do was, instead of trying to match the colors in the source image directly to LEGO colors, I would just have a legend at the bottom of the source image, which would tell the program which bin to get which colors from. So for example, it would get black from bin 1, yellow from bin 2, red from bin 3. This also allows me to be able to do things like color swapping. So for example, if I have this source image of Mario here and I actually want to print Luigi instead, I don't have to make a whole new image with green instead of red. I can just put green plates in the bin that it's expecting the red plates to be in. The other thing I want to talk about today is the name for this machine. In the previous video, I asked people for suggestions for a name, and I got a ton of great responses in the comments. Some of them that I really liked were Bricklayer, Print-A-Brick, the Mindstorms Mosaic Maker, but one stood out above the others and a few people suggested it, and that was Bricasso. And right now I'm actually going to get it to print out its own name so that I can mount it on the front here. So there's a couple things going on here. As you can see, the source image is in 3 different colors, but I'm actually going to print it all in yellow. It's just that my supply isn't big enough for one bin to hold enough yellow plates to print the whole name. So I'm telling it to pull the different colors from 3 different bins, but I'm just going to load all 3 of those bins with yellow. The other thing is that I actually don't want to print the name on a 16 by 16 plate like this. So I'm actually going to load up the printing bed with these 4 wide plates, like so that I can then rearrange them to just have the word on one line. So there we go. Now I just pop the plates off the printing bed and should be able to mount them on the front here. There we go. Now it has a name. So this will actually be the last progress video for the mosaic version of this printer. There's still a couple things I need to do, improving or increasing the size of the supply. I also want to pull it off the green base plates and build it onto a nice solid frame. So the next time you see this, it'll actually be finished, and I'll make a showcase video where it actually prints some mosaics and recognizable patterns. So if you have any ideas for what you would like to see it print, I would love to hear them. Leave a comment. Moving forward, I'm really excited to explore the 3D printing possibilities using this machine. As some of you noted in the comments of the previous video, it pretty much has the capabilities right now to be able to place plates one on top of each other on the printing surface to build up a 3D model. On a completely unrelated note, if you follow LEGO news at all, you may have heard yesterday that my LEGO Ideas Marble Maze project has actually been approved to become an official LEGO Ideas set, which I am extremely excited about. And I just wanted to thank anybody who may have supported that project while it was going through its support phase on LEGO Ideas. It definitely would not have been possible without you guys. I'm really excited to see what the LEGO group will do with it. And I just wanted to thank you again for all the support for that. As usual, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, keep on building, and I will see you next time.